Hi everybody, this is Miss Gwen. I'm back for the craft portion of our Hanukkah story time and craft. So hopefully you've picked up your project kit bag. If not, you can just watch the video through. You'll see the supplies I've used, and you can certainly gather your own and make this at home. So inside your bag, you're going to have this little instruction sheet that tells you what's inside the bag. It also lists on the bottom my email address. So please send me a photo of your creation and we will put it on the library's Facebook page. You also have a large sheet of contact paper. I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. And then you're going to have, let's see, what do we have here? Oh, we have Happy Hanukkah coloring sheet. And we have fun facts about Hanukkah. So you can read about the candles, the games, the food, the presents. It's like a little information there. And then inside we have, ooh, look at all this stuff. So we have a cutout of a giant dreidel. So you'll have two of these, probably in two different colors. See? And then you will have a fun, actually you'll have two. You'll have two fun Hanukkah stickers. You can put them on your shirt, or you can, if you have a sticker book, you can put them in your sticker book. And then you'll have a little baggie just full of little embellishments. So just be careful. These are little teeny pieces. So if you have really little ones, you might want to make sure you're there watching what they're doing. There's some buttons and there's some sequins and some stickers and lots of cool stuff. And then I gave you a bunch of just fun embellishments. So there's this piece of like netting. There's some crepe paper. And this is all stuff for you to like cut up. So, and there's this really cool piece of ribbon. And then there's some yarn, and there's some sequins, and some fancy ribbon. There's some gold ribbon. So, and oh yeah, there's some yarn. There's some blue yarn, some purple yarn. So you have, oh, there's a purple ribbon too. So all this fun stuff. And I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. So, we are going to be making dreidel sun catchers. So eventually, the contact paper will be on each side. Oops, I can get these apart. They want to stay together. And they will stay together eventually. Just have to get them apart first. Okay, so we're going to get our piece. I think it's a little bit easier to cut your piece in half. Straight down the middle. Should fit both dreidels. Because you're really only going to be filling this part with the contact paper. So if you want, you can always put your contact paper down. You can just draw the inside and then cut a little bit bigger so that it sticks to the part here. So I'm just going to do it by eye here. Okay, I see where I need to cut. And I gave you enough so that if you've made a mistake, you have a little bit left over. All right, so I'm going to cut my first piece, okay? And then I'm going to open it up. So little people might need some help with this part, right? Open it up a little bit like this. I find this is the easiest way to apply it. I'm going to take my dreidel, put it down, and then I'm going to put this, the top of the contact paper, probably almost at the top here. And we're going to trim it eventually. Okay. There we go. And then you're just going to pull the paper off. Okay. And if you want to do this on a piece of like wax paper, or do it like a surface like this, like a hard surface, so the contact paper doesn't stick to, let's say, a tablecloth or something. And then you can just trim. So again, the little person might need help with this part. And so there, it's like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to my other piece. I'm just going to put this one aside. And of course, right, sticky side up. Do the same thing to this over here. Eye it so I know how much to cut off. And like I said, I gave you plenty of contact paper in case you do something you're not thrilled about, and you can just reuse it, redo it. And if something happens to your dreidel, I did use cover stock, so it's a little bit sturdier. You can cut out another piece. Or you can even do it from cardboard. Okay. I'll do this part too. All right. Here we go. Perfect. All right. There we go. See, there it is. I'm just going to trim these two parts. And if you cut a little bit of the dreidel off, that's okay. See, I just cut a sliver off by accident, but that's all right. Don't really notice it. I mean, the other thing you could do if you want is you could also fold it over, as long as it doesn't go into this part, because you want to have as much sticky surface as possible. I mean, if it does go over, it's not a big deal. You just want to have a lot of sticky surface. All right, so here I have my two dreidels, sticky size up. And so you can either embellish just one of them and then put it together, or you can embellish both of them and then put them together. So I'm just going to do the one because I think it'll be easier for them to stick together. And so what I want you to do is don't make it too thick, because then it will have a hard time sticking together. And you're going to, like, for example, you can rip, right? You can rip some of the paper. You can cut it if you have kid scissors. You can also, any of the yarn I gave you, you can make that smaller too. You can make a letter with this, or you can make one of the missing letters, right? You can make one of the missing letters from the book we read earlier. I just gave you a lot of different embellishments. I just thought it would be fun to work with the different textures. Like this feels sort of scratchy. This feels a little bit softer. Okay, and this feels even softer. And then, of course, the yarn. Curly, I got curly yarn and straight yarn. This feels even very soft. So I'm just going to start decorating. Yeah, can you see that? Okay. I'm going to maybe just have some fun with it. I'm going to keep my blue. You can even make like a picture. Like I could put this across like this. Pretend it's like part of a mountain. See how I did it there? And on the other side, that's how you see it. Okay. Just push it down with your finger. And then I'm going to get some stuff from my little baggie. So you might, if you have like a little plate or a little container, you might want to pour this out so you can see what you've got in here. There's some letters, there's some buttons, there are some like little flowers. I'm going to see what I got here. I'm going to put some Look at that. Got some sequins in there. Put that in there. And I'm going to try to find more of these sequins. I got a whole bunch right here. Look at that. I'm going to put them on. Oh, here's one. It's a butterfly. They can flying. See, here's what mine looks like so far. 2 butterflies. And then I might put some of this white stuff around it. Make that look like the sky. Or you could just make, you know, I could use this on the bottom and maybe make my initial. My first name is Gwen, so maybe I can make a G. See if I can do that. Bring this around. Oops, I got to do the opposite direction because when I show you, it'll look different. Yes, that gets a little tricky. Okay, I'm just going to cut off a little piece here. What do you think? How's that look? There's my G. It's a pretty squiggly G. All right. Put some more stuff here. Oh, this is cute. I found this. These are like 2 little feet. Right. Oh, and I got some. Oh, I got a little heart here. Gotta put some hearts there. And if you have other embellishments at home. Oh, and look, I even have. Oh, look what I found here. A dreidel. Put that in there. If you have other embellishments at home you want to use, like you have that tissue paper that you use to wrap gifts, you can use that. You can get some of that. If you have, like here, I've got, there's a little feather in here. So if you have anything at home you want to add, feel free. Look at that. Okay. So the other thing you're going to want to do, because you are going to need, I forgot to write it on my instruction sheet, so I apologize, but you will need like a glue stick. That would be helpful, and a pair of scissors. So if it doesn't stick together. So when you're done, what might be a good idea is just to add some glue stick around the edge of the inside so that when you put your other side down, so it'll be sticky side down, and you're going to have to line it up. You might need a big person to help you with this. You just push it down. Okay, the insides are sticking together, and then with your glue stick, it'll make the outside sticks together too. And then if you want, if you have a hole punch at home, you can put a hole punch here. See, just like that. And you can get either ribbon or some of the yarn I gave you right here. You can put it through. And tie a little knot here. And then you can hang it in your window. Here's your giant dreidel. That looks kind of cute, and the sun will come in and make it look really pretty. I like that. Or you can even just hang it if you have like one of those round things that with a little hook that stick to a window. You can use that too. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed making this giant dreidel, and please take a photograph and email it to me of your beautiful creation, and I'll post it on the library's Facebook page, and you can see it from either direction. All right, hope everyone had a great time. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.